Now you can make yourself useful at last.
The company expects you to take care of this matter.
Between you and me, the initiative could use more people like you.
Right, let's start this one. I'm not sure what we're doing on this mission, but we've cleaned up the sea. But there was
Warning.
some... Yeah.
Unidentified object registered.
Hmm.
Locating source of signal. Coordinates established.
Curious. But there's something... Oh. Hello. Anybody get that?
Analyzing data transfer. Error 342. Process aborted. Message cannot be fully transmitted.
No shit.
Apologies.
Secrets of the Deep. That doesn't sound ominous in the slightest. That sounds like Archibald
Error.
in a
Poor
bathtub.
signal. Connection interrupted. Calculating route to source of signal.
Over there. Okay. Right, well, we are going to send our combat ship over here then. Anybody else think that sounded kind of like Archie? Or maybe I'm just losing it. Right, where is this missing arc? Oh, here? Aha. Professor Devi, hello.
Signal successfully boosted. Sender of message, Davy, Professor Dr. Salmon. Position, Head of SAAT. Area of expertise, Nanotechnology. Current research project, access denied.
Yo.
Security level, 7. No further data available.
How do we boost our security level?
There's some unusually strong interference. Recalibrating values. Ah, yes, that is the right frequency modulation.
Okay, that's definitely not Archie.
So, we meet at last. Professor Salman Devi, Head of Science at SAAT. I regret your unfortunate situation is not the reason for my being here. I am here because of the Virago, an earlier Ark prototype. Father believes it to be here. Would you help me search for it?
Probably because they think it's a
I
less
rashly stumbled
threatening
into it
and
in all the
scary
excitement.
voice.
Now I have no instruments I
How you
can
doing, enemy?
use
Believe
for
it
my
be?
search. Could you help me by supplying some components?
Just getting set up. Having a busy weekend then, mate? I'm not listening to the Garmin sat-nav voice. I mean, would you prefer to listen to the soft, dulcet tones of a female voice, or would you prefer to have everything being read out to you in the voice of Yoda? I mean, it'd be cool, but I wouldn't want critical information
Does
being
Professor
spoken to
Davy
me
think the Ark is
in the
here?
voice of
That
Yoda.
was a big scandal. I'll help you with the 3D locator, and you can have all the data you collect during the search.
Okay. We need to deliver... Come on. 5 building modules and 5 tons of wood. Yeah, but in a
Warning.
panic situation, you
breakdown.
always want it in a quieter, controlled voice so you don't panic. Hey, Cassie. Thank you for the alert, Cassie. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so we need to also deliver a 3D locator. And that's to Devi. And we need wood and materials to the Eden project. Okay. Shouldn't we... Well, I say it shouldn't be difficult. I don't even know how to get the wood.
I'm counting on you, so don't screw up.
Communicators are for sale. I don't know what that is. She wants wood. Giggity. What's that? Wood production? Okay. Shows the building required. A tree nursery. Well, we can build you there, I guess. Tempted to build one here. Yeah, it must have been locked behind the campaign because I now have the option for building it out in the water by the looks of it.
Warning. Decreased fertility due to pollution.
What pollution? It's still weird, yeah, but it looks like it might have been that reason before. Is it 1-to-1 on this ratio? I don't actually know. I'm actually going to put down an extra forestry thing here. She wants wood. Mwahaha. Got wood. Look, if you present me with the opportunities for lewd commentary, we will insert it. See what I did there? Insert. Right, so electricity is running low. Right, I need to turn these back on. It's going to affect the eco balance, but fluff it. It's still manageable. How are you doing in Far Cry 6? Anyway, Blueberry, I'm presuming that's what you're going back into today. How is Far Cry? Bear with him 1 second.
Warning. Production halted.
Sorry about that. Right, so what are we doing? Yeah, we're getting the wood up. We need to bring that over there. We also need to make... I don't even know. What have I clicked on down here? Health food. Communicators. Education network. Nope. What's that? Port authorities? Military stuff? Repair dock? Harbor defense? Okay. Fire stations? Okay, so we need to contact Rufus for this by the looks of it. Excuse me. Rufus is that one.
The Virago. Global Trust was once interested in the technologies on board. Davy is getting the salvage arm, and I'm gaining an insight into all the results.
Items. Solid fuel. Nope. Right, so he will want something for this, I guess, but I don't know what. Where's the other ship? Right, can you grab... what was it? Building modules and wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the... Oh, tier 2 there. Wood. There's the 5 wood that we need. You can bring that over here.
Prove that my faith in you is justified.
Are you smiling because you I can't wait to see if Professor Davy finds the Virago with it.
The company expects results.
Okay, so it was nothing to do with that. It was actually to do with the Eden project that we needed to do that for then. Okay, so now we need to take locator over here then.
Aha! So you've come armed with some results. Ah, the 3D locator. We need its scanner, GPS, and synchronization module.
Okay, so what do we need to do now? Deliver the requested goods. the salvage arm. Okay, so we need to get the salvage arm from him next. And the salvage arm is 10 modules and 5 tools. Okay. Hey, Tremillion. What do I think of this one? Well, we're not really that long into the game. We're about an hour and 40 minutes into it. It's got a lot in the campaign. It seems to got a lot more eco balancing mechanics. Like it's a goodwill simulator of Anno. Oh, you only have one slot? Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to take it with this ship then. Yeah, but it seems alright so far, mate. I don't know how it's going to be long term, but do you enjoying it so far at the moment, Tremillion?
Game saved.
Can I inform the board of directors that you were successful?
It's very much similar-ish to 1404 with its building mechanics and how things are connected. It's very similar to 1404. Apart from it's futuristic and it's more about eco-balancing. There's different tech or types of population in this game as well that you can rank up. It's not just like farmers and workers. There's like eco ones and there's normal ones. How's your weekend going, mate?
Bear in mind that the company wants all the information you compile about the Virago.
Okay, so you want the salvage arm here. I mean, at the moment, it's fairly gritty looking at the moment, but we have had a natural disaster of a giant oil slick.
Let's make it short. Yes or no?
It's still an interesting looking game for sure. The fact that everything is flying around in hover cars is a bit weird.
Warning.
I have a desk at the window now. Finally, daylight at work.
Oh, and that's not too bad then, Blueberry. You reckon you're going to get more than 60 hours into Far Cry 6 then?
Yes, this salvage arm could be okay to use. First, I just need to separate the gripping pliers from the hydraulics. Excellent! But I still need one thing. Some ship components to modify the trimaran. Could I ask you to do this for me?
No. Give him the ship to build the Timaran. What's your plans for the weekend, anyway, Tremillion? What games are you playing this weekend? Anything of interest? What's this flotsam here? Go pick that flotsam up. Oh, just excess tools? Okay.
Is your research starting to lose momentum?
Okay, let's get you back to base. Right, so what do we need to do?
Just drop by if you need anything.
Hand over the following vehicles. So he wants the hovercraft as well?
You were such a great help. The trimaran
Oh.
is now ready. I would love you to take command and lead the search expedition. Be my
What
guest.
the hell was...
Just press the dive button and we will sink into the depths. Don't worry, you are perfectly safe.
What the fuck? Oh, so this is underwater. Obviously. The hell is that? Oh, jellyfish? What pie is it? Are you doing the standardized pumpkin pie, or are you doing a different one? Yeah, I'll click the dive in a second. I was just mousing around, mate. So we got extra slots here. Scout drone.
The magnetic interference that disrupted our communications. The Virago may be responsible for that.
Yeah, I'll take a slice of the
Must
pecan.
use the scout drone to investigate this phenomenon more closely.
Scan the region to the east. Okay, so you want us to go over here. Ooh, hello. Giant crustaceans.
New island coordinates acquired.
So, do we send that out here? Ooh, geothermal. Looks pretty.
The analysis data is conclusive. There is nothing unusual at this location.
That looks pretty though. I like the look of that.
New island coordinates
The fact
acquired.
that there's a giant fault line with lava free-flowing directly below where I am is disconcerting. Oh, hello. That looks like a broken arc. Do you have many people to prepare the
This
food
is
for,
interesting.
Tremelian?
The scout drone is registering the greatest anomalies at this location.
Yeah, I don't think the mail service definitely here would do very well for it.
Locating island. Warning. Production breakdown.
Production breakdown? Why? It's a bit disconcerting. Why did production break down? Five people, still a decent amount of people. There's also a decent amount of washing up as well.
The analysis data is conclusive. There is nothing unusual at this location.
You having a turkey as well then? So we need to bring those documents back here. So I could resurface the ship? There we go.
Aha! So you've come
Aha.
armed with some results.
Okay.
Further exploration of the area in total blackness.
Hey, Noxter, how you doing,
is
mate?
out of the question. But I have something here that can light up the dark.
I'll take
Master,
illumination.
we have only a short window of opportunity.
Okay. So, okay, undersea floodlights. Okay. We need to head back out over here to where we saw that what looked like a sunken ark. Squash mashed potatoes. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of squash over here in England. It's just normally if you're having mashed potatoes, it will either be mashed potato with regular potatoes or sweet potatoes. We tend to mix the regular and sweet potatoes for our mashed potato. I'm doing good, thank you very much for asking, Noxter. I'm glad you're doing well. Are you a fan of the Anno series? I normally play Anno 1800. I've played a lot of 1800. That is the main game I play. 2070, this is like technically the first time playing it. I played it for about 3 hours a year ago. I have done the campaign in 1404. And there is a Let's Play series going live on my YouTube from today for the campaign in 1404. But 1800 was the first one I've done. 2 separate dishes. Ah, squash and mashed potatoes as in 2 separate things. Ah,
The
okay.
Virago! At last!
That makes more sense.
For so many years we have been baffled at what happened on the test voyage. We can now use the data log from the Ark to uncover the mystery. The emergency bulkhead should be located behind this pile of debris. I think we'll have to blow it up to gain access.
Jeez. To gain access, we're going to have to shoot it. Which is your favourite Anno game then? Noxter, what's your opinion on the futuristic ones? Pick up the following from Yana. Hit the explosives. Take the aqua detonator. Donator? Jesus Christ. That means later on then, Trey, you're going to be in a food coma.
Do you need the Eden Initiative's help?
Yes, please. What was that? A communicator?
The oil disaster has caused heavy damage in this sector. Can you check if our measures are taking effect and the ecosystem is...
Ooh, what board game? Scan the sharp rocks, the mantle reef, jellyfish caves. Sure, how am I meant to do that?
Come back whenever you need something.
Interesting.
If you're looking for a little support, you've come to the right.
So far, so good. Let's proceed to the next phase.
Seem to be missing. Yeah, deliver the documentation. But how do I get the documentation if I don't actually have access to the scanner anymore? Or do I use the other one for that? No. Use the scout drone. Ah, okay. So we need to go here then. And use the scout drone. Okay. Fantasy Flight Games? Journey to... So it's a Tolkien one then? Fantasy Flight Games. Okay, so it is basically kind of ish like a D&D board game. I've got one of the D&D board games. I like the D&D board games. They're a lot of fun.
Game saved.
Hi, Caroline. Have a great rest of the day. It was nice catching up with you. Hopefully, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Oh, Nuxter, thank you for the kind words. Hopefully you are able to get some of the... let's dive. Therapeutic or vicariously gameplay through my gameplay. Right. Build a deep sea warehouse. What? Okay, we actually need to be further over.
Island.
But yeah, free time is definitely a commodity a lot of people don't tend to have these days much of. What games do you get to play then, Noxter? Well, it's good that they have an app to be the GM. Means you don't actually have reasons for arguments. It's kind of why I like... If you like those ones, you should try like some of the D&D board games that they've got. They're really good and really addictive, Tremelian. And because everything is scripted in how turns are done and stuff like that, and how the enemy move around, you can't really cheese it. Definitely recommend them. They aren't the cheapest thing in the world though, the D&D board games.
Warning. Production breakdown.
Fishery has stopped producing fish. That's probably because I have way too many of the damn things. We need to now head over here.
New island coordinates acquired.
I mean, if you're ever looking at board games, I know, is it Geek and Sundry? I think it's Geek and Sundry. Do lots of reviews on board games, and they used to do like gaming sessions where they would play for a couple of hours a board game, whether it be an old game or a new board game that's just coming out. So I think it's Geek and Sundry. It has Will Wheaton as one of the hosts. Right, we need to take these materials over here now, or reports over here. Yeah, they are really good. I really enjoy watching those stuff. I don't know if they're still actively doing them. It's been a year or two since I've last seen one. What the hell? That's interesting. Oh, that's the oil well. Ah.
Back already? All done? This is really more luck than judgment. The ecosystem is still contaminated, but your data is showing that nature is healing itself.
Use the aqua detonator. What's the aqua detonator? How do I get the aqua detonator? Is that over here? Yeah, cooperative is definitely better. Common goals and things, when things go wrong, you can try and rescue it together.
Extremely sensitive. The slightest. I hope I have calculated the explosive power and waterproofing at this depth correctly. The salvage station mustn't be jeopardized by a damaged Virago.
That is Archibald, but doing an Indian accent, isn't it? Yeah, I'm doing the campaign, so this is like the story. Whereas 1800 doesn't really have a story particularly. It has a story, but it's not really what most people would call a story. This has campaigns and missions, so it's got a lot more scripted stuff going on. There is a sandbox mode as well. Yeah, it's not even a tutorial though. That's
the empirical evidence that's
the problem, Basil.
Right.
It's hardly a tutorial.
The data log
Half
will
the stuff
give
it
us
tells you
some
that you never
idea
do.
of exactly what happened
Like
to the
destroying
Virago.
a path to get to a
Okay.
mine.
Let us solve the mystery.
Yeah, Barbara, this is definitely more akin to 1404. Activate the scout drone near the Virago. Okay. Okay, so we have the data log. I presume we need to take that back to there. No, I mean, it kind of has a story, as in you're trying to find out the culprits of a certain person's demise and stuff like that, but other than that, it's very hands-off on its tutorials.
Okay, what's the situation?
And then they went completely off the deep end with the Embessa quest lines. Decipher these pictograms. What? Why? Do you know your
Warning.
nouns, pronouns,
Production
and verbs?
breakdown.
No.
That is sensation.
That's why I have tutorials.
The
Exactly,
data
mate.
log appears to be damaged. It would be very risky to examine it here. I'll have to do this at my office, back at c.o.r.e.
Thank you, Blue Byte, for not doing a tutorial system that's worth a penny, so I can do videos on it.
The SAAT HQ is in c.o.r.e. I would be delighted if you would come along with me and help me examine the data log.
Here comes the hovercraft.
So, it is off to c.o.r.e. I can hardly wait to study the data from the data log more closely.
Receiving core target coordinates. Course calculated. Procedure initiated.
Goodbye. You are the weakest the weakest lot arc. Well, I hope that she comes back. To be fair as well, the campaign in 1800 is more like a sandbox. However, it limits and constrains what you can and can't do, so it's not a true representation of what the sandbox is, even though it is more of a sandbox mode. It's weird. Ivan. Okay, so mission overview. Okay, so that's the campaign done on chapter 1.